have finally read for Bola Ahmed Tinubu as everywhere buzzed few hours ago. I missed what the senators of Tinubu are actually doing to him. Tinubu never expected that the senators can actually do this to him. I missed the fact that he traveled to UK for 2 weeks vacation. I didn't think that Tinubu know he wouldn't have traveled to that UK for the 2 weeks vacation that he embarked on. All the senators of Tinubu are actually turning their back against him. Akpabio couldn't do anything. Come and see the way senators were shedding tears in the House of Assembly today due to the ego of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They believe so well that he have a lot of ego and is living fake life on behalf of Nigeria. You will see show in this very video. They tell Tinubu to drop his ego. You will see show. They boss everywhere. Like I still can tell to the end of this video. You can share this video. Just do it to share it. Share it to social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should believe the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you that are coming across this channel for the very first time, ensure you click the registration button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. Kasala boss everywhere few hours ago in the House of Assembly. A lot of things are actually going on in that House of Assembly since Tinubu traveled to UK for the 2 weeks vacation. You know, it's no more in news that Tinubu is no more in Nigeria. He went on a holiday, on a vacation that will last for 2 weeks, and that 2 weeks vacation is what Tinubu is still embarking on at the moment. And I missed the 2 weeks vacation. A lot of things is ongoing in Nigeria. It's just like as if they sit down and they begin to talk about Tinubu matter in the House of Assembly. A lot of APC senators, Akpabio senators, all of them sit down on a round table and they begin to discuss Tinubu issue. These people believe so well that Tinubu have a lot of ego, and they believe so well that Tinubu is the one putting them in the mess that they are in at the moment, because a lot of them came out according to the video that they released few hours ago. They made it known to the general public that every irregularities that is happening in Nigeria and everything that is ongoing is the cause of Tinubu, that Tinubu caused everything. And come and see the way senators were crying in the House of Assembly. Grown-up men, people that will believe so well that they eating big salaries every month, people that will believe so well that they mafia in Nigeria money. Come and see the way they were crying. These people were crying innocently. They even telling Tinubu to drop his fake life that is living on behalf of Nigeria. Once Tinubu get to other places in the world or other countries in the world, other big countries, he began to live fake life on behalf of Nigeria, and they believe that this life is not making Nigeria to go forward. And come and see show in the early half today, they said Tinubu should drop his ego. Nobody ever believed that these people can look into the face of Tinubu, like they can look at Tinubu and talk to Tinubu the manner to which they talked to Tinubu few hours ago. So I will play you the video. You will see everything. You will see show Kasala boss. Come and see the way senators were crying. I like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video, just do it to share it. Share it to different social media platforms. Click the share button. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. You know, it was few days ago that Tinubu went to UK, and that UK that Tinubu got to, Tinubu released a statement to the general public, and he meant it not to the general public that people in UK, they can start coming to Nigeria, that Nigerians that migrate to UK, that run to UK to look for a greener pasture and all of that, because according to reports, nothing is working in Nigeria, and a lot of Nigeria are jackpotting out of Nigeria every day. And Tinubu went to UK to tell them that Nigeria road is very good and that there is nothing like insecurity again. In quotes, there is nothing like insecurity in Nigeria again. That Nigerians can travel at night anytime and nobody will kidnap them, nobody will do anything to them, no banditry, no all of that. That was what Tinubu said. But according to reports, Tinubu himself, if you want to move in the street of Nigeria, he moves with heavy convoy. There is no president in the whole Africa that have the number of cars that Tinubu have in his convoy. The convoy of Tinubu comes with more than 100 cars at times. And this person in question, why is it putting up a lot of convoy? Since there is no insecurity in Nigeria, why is Tinubu using a lot of convoy and a lot of security for himself? But to the common man, he believes that they should just be kidnapping the common man anyhow the way they be kidnapping them. In the normal day in Nigeria, bandits have become the game of the day. Kidnapping have become the game of the day. They kidnapping anybody kidnappable anyhow, and they kidnapping any cannibal reporter. It's not even the rich again, and the poor people that are still engaging in pain and poverty that cannot even afford to eat 2 square meals, the kidnappers are still kidnapping them, and these people will still be running up and down to go and look for a ransom to bail their people and all of that. And that is in a country where there is security. But the same Tinubu that is the president of Nigeria is going out there to encourage people that have run out of Nigeria to come back to Nigeria, that there's no insecurity. So the senators have finally sit down on the matter of Tinubu. They shed tears for the first time. The House of Assembly senators shed tears. They didn't believe that Tinubu can put them in this kind of mess. They intentionally waited Tinubu run to UK for his vacation and all of that before they pull his matter on ground. Akpabio couldn't stop them. These people express their pain. The people will blame that they're collecting fast salary and all of that. The people will blame that they're eating Nigeria raw and using SUV and living luxurious lifestyle on behalf of Nigeria and all of that. Come and see the way they shedding tears. Grown up men, because of what Tinubu has put on them, because of the ego that Tinubu refused to draw, because of the insecurity that is ravaging in now. You will see in the earlier today. Now, listen to what the Jade and you said a few days ago that a lot of people did not pour their attention on. They didn't put their attention on when the Jade and you, the human rights activist lawyer, when he said it, they didn't put their attention on. Listen to it. If you can share the video, just do it to share it. And if you can't share it, just like it. I'm coming back again.
Only 13,000 police officers are engaged in fighting banditry and terrorist activities. 13,000.
Continue.
But go to the first CID, go and check. You can even use FOI to check this. 130,000 are following big men up and down.
Deserve.
130,000 are following big men up and down.
Exactly.
In the Senate alone, and that's Senate and House of Reps.
You
alone,
were not informed too.
there are 3,600 police people attached to these jobless senators and House of Rep people.
Continue.
Why will insecurity not persist in the country?
God have mercy upon us.
If you see one small boy, just because he does Yahoo, he commands 4 or 5 policemen.
Deserve.
That's why the country is fucked. I'm sorry to use the word, the F word. The country is doomed for real, and there's no coming back from it. Any nation where the police, the SSS, the army are subcontracted to politicians instead of policing the nation can never work.
Mr. Tinubu, do you know you are the worst president that has ever ruled this country, Nigeria? Instead of your government to start going after corrupt politicians, corrupt people like you are busy going after innocent people that want the betterment of this country. You people are so lucky that you released Omoye Oshowore give us. If not, we'll have bothered this country. Yahya Bello that stole a lot of billions of dollars is moving freely in this country because he's an APC member. The Senate President Akpabio is a criminal, a deadly criminal. He stole a lot of money when he was the governor. He stole money. EFCC went to go and arrest him. But until today, that same person is the current Senate President of our dear country. Una no get work, una no get sense. Instead of you to start going after people like you, arrest yourself first, because you yourself, you are a deadly criminal. A deadly criminal. Many people have said that you are a drug baron. Many people have said that you forged your certificate. But the way things are going, is it not really true? Because if you catch people, that is your people, for drug issue, you will release the ordinary innocent protesters. They are still lavishing in prison right now. They still lavish for prison right now. You people don't want anybody to talk. Or show what they don't talk to now. Una get law. You people, you will have imprisoned that guy. Una for see whether this country no go burn down for our head. This country for burn down for now, because as it stands now, many of us, we don't go somewhere, go run some certain, so we don't send our own death water. If it happen, it go happen. But before it happen, people for go collect for government. People go collect for government. Instead of you people to go after corrupt people like you, now they go after innocent people that does not have help, innocent people that has not been able to feed well. Now they go after them.
Now you can see that it's really coming up. It's making sense now that the Nigerian police force, they released just 13,000 Nigerian police force to fight insecurity out of the thousands of Nigerian police force that we have. They released more than 60-something thousand follow politicians and rich men around, and they released just 13,000 for insecurity. Now tell me, how will insecurity not stay in Nigeria? That's what is happening, and that is what the same senators that they release good number of security or security operative to be falling up and down, the same senator that they release number of police to be falling up and down, they are still the one complaining of the same insecurity that they can't go to their village. They can't. You will see show in this very video. Now, just listen to what the senator said in the House of Assembly when Tinubu ran to UK. You will shed tears the way these people are actually shedding tears. They coming innocent now to all Nigerians and they pleading. Come and see show. If you can share the video, share it. If you can't share it, just like it. Just stay connected. Listen to what RUFAI said in RUFAI TV and you will see where everything is coming up from. And amidst the video of RUFAI, you will see how Nigerian senators are actually crying. Just stay connected. And because of Tinubu, these people are shedding tears. I'm coming back again.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, WIKE, has blamed the Governor of Rivers State, FUBARA, for the crisis rocking the state, saying that FUBARA is the architect of the violence in the state. WIKE made the claims during a live television interview, adding that the violence erupted due to the governor's failure to obey the rule of law and a court judgment. Let's take a look.
He went as far as to say, I do not need police before I conduct an election. I do not need security agencies before I conduct an election. I don't need the protection of life and property. When somebody says, I don't need police, what are you saying? I'm inviting violence. Hoodlums will take opportunity, saying police will not be involved. And you are saying, you can go. I don't care about it. I don't care about it. In that case, who is the perpetrator of that violence? Who?
Are you blaming the governor for the violence that...
It is not about blaming. Governor is the architect of the violence.
Yeah, you heard that, RUFAI. He did say the architect of the violence, but WIKE is citing court judgment. Which court judgment is he talking about? Because FUBARA was standing on his own court judgment as well. But in the meantime, Chijoke Ihonwo, the newly inaugurated chairman of the Akpabio local government area in Rivers State, has ordered the removal of WIKE's name from a building at the council secretariat. The building, according to the chairman, will be renamed Obi Wali House.
This name, this man, yes, not just if you don't know what rest. So that note at the chairman of council, who don't rename me by the remove and call him Obi Wali. A lot of people from Ikore land will help Ikore people well. Yes, sir. So we don't rename here Obi Wali House. Obi Wali. We don't support the people. We make people to enjoy. Tomorrow morning. Make it come. I'm the
All right, RUFAI.
So a couple of things. WIKE is saying that the governor is the architect of the violence. Why can't you prove it empirically? Because all of this was because of the skirmish or the fight happening between both of them. And that's why I said there were many things we will have pressed WIKE on that interview. The first thing, as he said that, I will have asked him, give me proof. I'll have said, is it the governor that is disrupting all the local governments? Why will this happen after the local government elections? Is it the governor that went to get the Federal High Court order to disrupt the local government election in the first place?
Point. Why did it happen after the election?
Why did it happen after the election? No, it didn't even happen after the election. It happened during the election yes. And after the election. It happened before, during, and after the elections. I'd also have pressed him the fact that why is it that as the governor and state security officer, the police is doing the bidding of the opposition party? And if he says he's got no hand involved, why was he saying, APC was the one that filed the court order and everything? Why is he there in the mix of things? He's supposed to be facing Abuja. And like somebody, and that's why I think very dark man has called it that, we can rather than fighting in river, there are roads left undone in Abuja. He also said that when they asked him, is it about resource? He said, no, I have my own budget. Please, Mr. WIKE, that budget is not for you, it's for Abuja. Then secondly, I also have to say this. I don't know, I think the lawyers have to go to clarify. The unilateral changing of the name, is there not going to be some, legal pathways to be able to go through changing the name because probably the name of that building probably was codified. But also, why would a politician name a building after himself in the first place? I mean, it just shows the kind of hegemony these politicians have. You're naming things after yourself. It shows the level of hubris our politicians have.
Yeah.
All in all, we want peace.
Absolutely.
And I also support the governor in what he's doing as regards setting up a panel of inquiries. Mr. Wike said, you know the arsonists, just go and fish them out. Discipline. No, it's following due process, like we've said before. There are many questions we would like to press him on. But I would also like to ask Mr. Wike, but this was the man that you said that if you touch him, you touch me, because he's governor now. I think the problem, as with all godfathers, they make a mistake. And I have to say a Yoruba adage before I interpret the mistake. Yorubas have a saying, they say, Eniba foju anowu ebora bolasho. What it means is, if you look at a dead man with the eyes of, he was still there yesterday, the spirits will rip off your clothes. Yeah. So what it means is the fact that if you keep looking at it that, I brought him, he's my boy, but he's now the governor. Yeah. You forget he's now the chief of the state. So you must respect that. So you looking at him with the eyes of, he was not the one that brought him in. He even talked about the fact that even before he became governor, he was allowing attend council meetings in the state. That was all of, once he was sworn in on meeting, you need to respect that. So that's where the conflict will always start. Right. And I said this thing.
Mr. Speaker, where are we going? Mr. Speaker, I cannot go to my village and sleep. I cannot go to my village and spend a night as I'm speaking to you. For the last 1 year, wallahi, I can't go to my village and sleep. I feel very insecure. And this is where I find myself. Mr. Speaker, it is terrible. It is terrible. We have to do something about it.
And each time I speak from the language of the man on the street. Mr. President, insecurity is a serious problem today in Nigeria. And there comes a time when you cannot but speak the truth, irrespective of the sentiment you may share. Today, Mr. President, all of us have been threatened. Our families, our nation, our state.
Order.
A lot have been said this morning, Mr. President, and I want to thank you for giving us time to speak expressly on this issue. Like my sister was saying, there comes a time when talk will talk itself. There comes a time when truth will become like a torchlight in the midst of silence. So you are forced to talk. Mr. President, we need not run away from the fact that more than ever before in the history of our nation, this is the worst instability we are facing. In fact, this is worse than the Civil War.
Are you in PDP?
Mr. President, the solution is very simple. Today there are a lot of misgiving, a lot of misinterpretations of what is happening. Some people believe, some people in government are supporting this move. Some people believe, some people sponsor those who are destabilizing our nation within the country. The answer is very simple. We cannot pretend that we are capable of confronting the situation in our hands. America, as powerful as they are, when the pandemic came, got to a point that China had to claim, they came to their rescue. We shouldn't pretend that we needed foreign support now. Let nobody deceive us, Mr. President. A lot of billions of naira have been voted for security services. Nothing is coming out of it. We wouldn't wait until our nation gets bombed. Let us shout and call for foreign support. I am a APC man and I've been supporting my party. But the president should get to know that it has gotten to a point that we who are supporters, who are members of the APC, we can no longer keep quiet. The president must rise to the occasion. You will not see the truth and you are afraid to say it because you will die. We must open, Mr. President. The nation is on fire. The president must rise to the occasion. It costs us nothing to get foreign support. We must rise to the occasion. We must bring in people to save this country, or else we will be consumed. Every one of us will have a chapter for history. Whenever the history of this period will be written, whatever is our position, we have a chapter. We cannot keep quiet any longer. It has gotten to a point that we cannot sleep with our two eyes closed. We are not free. Our children are not free. The president must rise to the occasion. There's no nation that is so powerful that doesn't need support of other nations. Individual cannot say you will leave the world without any other person with you. So we must rise. The situation is our security system has collapsed. It has failed. And because it has failed, we need to look for foreign support. It costs Nigeria nothing. Forget the ego, forget the superiority of Nigeria in African nation. Today, we are facing serious problem. If our nation is to survive this period, I'm not in doubt that the security architecture we have today cannot cope with what we are facing. Every part of this country is threatened. From the north to the south, nobody is safe. Nobody can travel 50 kilometers in our nation. I feel like shedding tears for a country that we grew up, where nobody harass you when you travel from Lagos to Maiduguri. I've done it in times past. Today I cannot travel from here to Kaduna to Niger State where I was born. The president must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation. This is my position, Mr. President. We must rise to it. They are killing people in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north. We should shut down the National Assembly. Let's shut down. If we cannot save this country, we stay in our homes. Our country is bleeding. People are in poverty. There's no food. People are hungry. Insecurity is threatening us. We cannot pretend. It's better we are not here. Than to not see that here people are dying. Every day Nigerians are dying. We must rise to the occasion. That's for me, Mr. President.
It always happens.
I mean, the issue of godfatherism and the politics in Nigeria. I want to actually pull up the picture of the day because I'm doing something new now. This is a picture, I believe that was posted on Business Day. Cartoon of the day. For me, there it is. I would like for you to help me interpret this picture small. I will not be running in 2027 election. I will walk comfortable. That is Tinubu with all his dogs. They have the INEC, we have the police, we have the judiciary.
Which is sad blight,
and it is. That's definitely.
Oh gosh, we spoke about this in detail. I wish I could say that no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Institutions in Nigeria are independent. They are, they do their duties, they do their jobs. So we've seen this play out. I think one other thing they should add to that is the opposition parties, because he almost has the opposition parties on a leash as well, because they have men in there. And we've talked about this at length about how we do not have strong oppositions, and if they're not careful, come 2027, even without these machineries at the disposal of the government, he would walk, because there's no viable opposition. So this talk around them coming together to form an alliance has been in the talks for a long time. Can they put aside personal interest and actually put the interest of the people and consolidate? At the end of the day, the people will choose, but let them have viable candidates or people to choose. But also, let us also point to the fact that these institutions that we mentioned, even though it's a joke, it shouldn't be like this. INEC should be the first letter of INEC is independent. Independent. So we talk about these things as a joke. The police should follow the constitution of the nation, not at the will of a particular person in power. So these are the conversations we have. We need stronger institutions for democracy to work in Nigeria.
Well said, Ayo. Well, more on elections. Let's head over to Anambra State. We'll take the story of Honorable Okonkwo Kenneth, a councillorship candidate representing the Young Progressive Party for Otolo Ward 1, who was reportedly attacked and tear-gassed by the police for fighting to secure his mandate during the just concluded local government elections. Kenneth is a person living with disability and an advocate for democracy and the rights of persons with disabilities. He was hospitalized after the incident.
So as you can see, the commander SARS with his team came here and they threatened me. Where I was trying to defend our civic responsibility or our civic rights. Lotoro Ward 1. I'm a contestant for this election. YPP councillorship candidate, Lotoro Ward 1. And it is my duty to defend the civil rights of my people. It is also my duty to ensure that due process take place at this election. But I'm disappointed that the ruling government is threatening the poor masses with the state security. So, but one thing is certain, that we want the people's heart, and God is on our side. Thank you so much.
This is such a sad incident. I know persons living with disability in Anambra State trooped out in protest against this actual incident that occurred in Anambra State.
Because Section 54 of the Electoral Act 2022. What does Section 54 of the Electoral Act, as amended, 2022, what does it say? It says that persons with disabilities will be included in the electoral process, Absolutely. That their right to vote and be voted for will be respected, and that facilities will be provided to accommodate them, including the provision of Braille, including the provision of whatever can assist them in line with the International Convention of the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Now, this was touted when Electoral Act 2022 became law, on the grounds that, this will encourage inclusion. However, the Nigerian government continues to pay lip service to the rights of persons living with disability. Now, the Buhari government, one of the achievements of that government, even if we are resolved, we have affirmed that government sleepwalked, through 8 years. But it at least gave us the commission on disabilities. But even that commission has not functioned.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. A lot of people actually came and they said the insecurity that is ravaging Nigeria is as a result of Nigerian politicians. That Nigerian politicians are the one eating from the insecurity, that they see money from it. They said they're the ones sponsoring all the banditry and all of that. You can hear that senator saying it in that very video that I just finished watching. They said it is Nigerian politicians according to report, and that is what a lot of people are saying, because Abacha came out before he died. Then Abacha came out and made known to the general public that if there's any security issue that is happening in anywhere in Nigeria, and it lasted for 24 hours, Abacha said the government knows about it. That was what Abacha said few years ago. That was what Abacha said, and the same thing is happening in Nigeria. Insecurity has become the game of the day, and it has come to stay. That's what is happening. Banditry has become the game of the day. Boko Haram and a lot of terrorist groups, and even kidnappers will come to TikTok with the money, the ransom that they collected from people, their victims. They will still bring the money to TikTok, 500 naira denominations, 1,000 naira denominations. They bring it to TikTok to do video. Kidnappers are doing giveaway. Terrorists are doing giveaway on TikTok. Nigerian police force couldn't track them. Nigeria IGP just sit down in his office. He couldn't track these people because we didn't hear any report that they track any of these kidnappers, they track any of these terrorists that are on TikTok and all of that. Kidnappers have turned to influencers on TikTok, and now tell me, the people that they collected those ransom from, all the victims of those kidnappers that they collected those ransom from, now tell me, how will they feel when they see the same people that collected their money illegally? How will they feel when they see them flaunting the money on social media, flaunting the money on media platform, and flaunting the money to their face, and there's nothing the Nigerian security operative do about it? How will they feel? Will those people still believe in the security system of the country? That's what is happening. Now, the senators are coming out and they're crying out to Bola Ahmed Tinubu that Tinubu should do everything possible to come back to Nigeria, to come and attend to the insecurity issue, because they said they themselves, they can't go to their village again. They're scared of going to their village because the people believe that these people are not working in that hollow chamber that they're sitting down in. These people believe that they are the one ruining Nigeria and putting Nigeria in a big mess. Now, Nigerians cannot move freely in the street of Nigeria again. It is not only the rich that is complaining again. The poor, the rich, every caliber of people in Nigeria are complaining about the present situation of Nigeria, because Tinubu have put a lot of people in serious mess, and the same Tinubu is living a fake life on behalf of Nigeria in different institutions of the world. Nigeria is sinking, Nigeria is drowning, economic situation is bad, everything is bad, Naira is dropping against dollar and all of that. Naira is crumbling, and the same president is going to other country and telling the president of all those countries that Nigeria is good, that there's nothing wrong with Nigeria, that they should send back the Nigerian people that are in their country. They should send them back to Nigeria, just because Tinubu just want to frustrate everybody as far as Nigeria is concerned. Tinubu went to other countries and began to tell them that they should send their immigrants that are in Nigeria, they should be sending them back to their country, that their country is okay, that he have fixed Nigeria, that he have fixed in quote, that he have fixed Nigeria. And Nigerians that are in Nigeria, they engage in pain and poverty. Nigerians cannot afford to eat 2 square meals in their house. They die of hunger every day. And when these people come out to protest, the same Tinubu will use the security operative to tear gas them, to gun them down, and do all manner of things. They dehumanize Nigeria and they arrest a lot of protesters. They are not seizing the right of protest from the citizen. That's what is happening. They are now terrorizing protests as far as Nigeria is concerned. And Nigerians are saying that enough is enough. That Tinubu cannot continue to do all these shenanigans, all this criminality and rascality. That's what they're saying. Now, the security operatives are doing nothing regarding the security issue of Nigeria. They're doing nothing. Now, the senator made it known in this very video that all the money they be allocating for security, where is the money going to? How is the money working? That the money is not even facing anything. They are allocating billions for security issue and all of that, but the money is not doing anything. We are not seeing the effect of the money. That was what the senator said in the video that I just finished watching. Where is the money going to? Now, the senator make a suggestion that Tinubu should drop his pride. He should drop his ego. They should call for international people, international body to come and help the issue of Nigeria. That we should stop pretending as if we are capable of doing it. That's what that man is saying. And I say that it's not enough. They kind of have said it before, that they should release him. That the moment they release him from DSS custody back to the east, that all the insecurity issue that is happening in the east, that everything will go down in 1 minute. That they won't hear any cause of insecurity issue in the east again. But the same one kind of made it known that they did not want to release him. He accused the government of Tinubu that they did not want to release him, that they know that if they release him, that all the insecurity issue will stop. And he accused them that they are eating from the dividends of the insecurity, that they are eating from it. That is what they kind of said. Now, dating back to the speech of Abacha before he left the world and all of that, Abacha have said it, and I quote again. He said, if any security issue in Nigeria, if it should linger or last for 24 hours, the government knows about it. And that's why a lot of Nigerians are saying that the government of Tinubu, the government of Buhari, all of that, the government of APC in general, they know about the insecurity issue that is happening in Nigeria. That is why they can't deploy army to all those places. Is Boko Haram not in the same Nigeria? Are they not occupying some villages in Nigeria now? Why is it that they can't deploy army down there to go and tackle them and all of that? All these bandits and all of that, did they not know them? Did the Nigerian security operative not know them? Why can't they tackle them and bring them to book? That's what is happening. Drop a opinion in the comment section of this video, as I'm gonna turn that to another for you. And sure, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Why you waiting for church? All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.